20 heads. Hello and welcome to my review of the Space Marines Primaris Eradicators. They're right here in this box. They will set you back a whopping £31.50 for 3 Space Marines. Didn't I say a while ago that it won't be long before Games Workshop are charging £10 per plastic Space Marine? Here we are. This is more than £10 per Space Marine. Okay, yes, so they are, heavy support choice and they are in Gravis armour, but it's still £10 per Space Marine. Let's unwrap this and we'll see what's occurring. So I think it's going to be 2 sprues, 1 double sprue and one extra piece. So on the reverse, you've got exactly the same looking Primaris Space Marines there. It takes a big chunk. Would have preferred if they showed many more options than what we're given here. I really like this one, especially with the helmet. He's just reloading the old Melta rifle there. There's a Melta rifle Eradicator. I have to say that the Eradicators in the Indomitus box set, they're all armed with the Melta rifles, just in case you wanted to know. So hence why this set, for me, I'm going to equip it with the heavy Melta rifles and the Multi-Melta. You can only have 1 Multi-Melta in a unit of 3, I think it is. So let's have a look at this. Oh, wow. Okay, so it is 2 sprues, technically, but they're both the same size. So this makes this kit, technically bigger than the Blade Guard Veteran kit, because you've got 2 sprues of this size rather than 2 sprues of kind of that size with an extra one. This is essentially like 4 if you want to look at it that way. And before we have a look at those sprues though, let's have a look at this instruction guide. So there you go, they're the options. You've got steps 1 to 9 or steps 10 to 19. So you can either make these or you can make the heavy intercessors. You've got the Sergeant there, you've got 2 variants, or you've got the Sergeant for the Melta rifle. But what we're saying is, I think the Sergeant can look like that, and then you've got this one here. It's going to be interesting whether they've used the Sergeant for the Multi-Melta. There's step 2 for the Sergeant. Oh, that's quite cool. Looking at his wrist feed out. He's also got a Melta rifle. And then this one here, yeah, so this is the Sergeant, if you want to equip him like that. And then, oh, okay, so it goes from the Sergeant to, oh right, well we'll have a Multi-Melta there, because it's 6 and 7. And then you've got, yeah, there's 6, there's 7, so how to make a Multi-Melta and the heavy Melta rifle. And then 8 and 9, you pretty much go for, is that just the standard one? So I guess it's 8 and 9, there's 8, and then 9, it says ×3, so I'm guessing you can have all 3 of them look like that. But what we're looking at is the Sergeant, one of these and one of these. It gets a bit confusing, I tell you. And then over here, for 10 to 19, you can make these 3 and possibly those. So right here, you've got a different Sergeant, the one pointing, or he's got his bolt pistol out, or he's looking at whatever. This is going to be a very, yeah, this is just complicated. It really is. Oh, I like that. That's quite cool. This spent Melta rifle magazine. I didn't see that. So yeah, that's an interesting one. And then you've got these 2 options, again with the Multi-Melta. So yeah, this is going to take a while for me to decipher this one. And then you've got 3 there. It says 19.3. So whether you can make 3 of them like that, or whether, it's just 3 that you're going to be left with. Yeah, complicated instruction guide there, because you've got the blue and then that with the I want to say cog symbol, but that's the blue there. So you can make this guy here, then you've got 3, and then 4. So this is the colours match up, but then to throw things in the work, you've got 6 and 7. Now one would say that that's 6 and that's 7, but it's not, because, well, you've just got the different colours which correspond to 6 and 7. And then it throws a curveball at you with 8, I guess can only be made one way, and 9, only one way. And then you've got all of these. It's really bizarre the way they've done this, but oh well, that's the instruction guide. You've got this transfer sheet, 2017, you've got 3 40mm bases, and then you've got the sprues themselves. This is probably why you're all here. I think the lighting is all right to look at these today. You've got the Gravis armour, got a bit of detail on there, you've got a melter rifle, or heavy melter rifle if you choose to do so. You've got the power plant, you've got some shoulder pauldrons. I think you've got a lot of head with this set. There's the spent melter magazine, but you've got a couple of helmeted version heads there and another one, so that's 3. This one's actually got optics, that's pretty cool. Then you've got the rest of the power plants. Oh, you've got 2 more helmeted heads. All right, that's interesting. So now you've got 5 heads for a box of 3. Okay. You've got all the attachments that go on the back of the power plants and the ammunition stores. You've got more magazines. You've got the tips of the melter weapons, more shoulder pauldrons. This is a hand that's holding one of the melter magazines. So yeah, you've got the 2 melter weapons there. This sprue here contains the multi-melta and a 3rd melter rifle, 4th melter rifle. So you've got 4 melter rifles there. You've got a load of pouches. And then even more heads. What on earth are they playing at? Why have they given you essentially 9 helmeted heads for a set of 3? Oh wow, here we go. 2, 3, 5, 7, 9. Oh, sorry. 9 helmetless heads and 11 helmeted heads. So 20 heads. I think Games Workshop are off their head. Why have they bundled this many heads? And they're all the same. That one's not the same. And those 2 have a little bit of cut off on the sides. But they're all the same. So one's without the pegs, and then these have the pegs. That is bizarre, isn't it? Why have 20 heads? Anyway, moving on. Yep, you've got more pouches and little individual canisters. You've got a couple more bodies and legs and all specs, purity seals, more purity seals. I mean, they have really thrown the kitchen sink at you with this. I mean, I guess they could have given you another multi-melter, but oh wow, they have spaced this set out. Did it really need to be a box just with 3? I guess, you know, they do that with the aggressors, so why not do it with the Eradicators? I mean, they are Gravis armoured Primaris, but there you go. They're the 2 sprues. It baffled me how many heads there are. But yeah, what do you guys think of the Primaris Eradicators? Please do put your thoughts and opinions down below. It'd be great to hear from you. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.